Let's get one thing straight right away. The idea that life's romantic, playful, and exciting chapters close when you hit a certain age is pure hooey. Who made that rule? I certainly didn't. The truth is the desire for connection, for a shared laugh, for that little spark that makes your day brighter, that never gets old. We often picture seniors in a quiet, settled-down life, perhaps content with memories. But reality is so much more vibrant. People are living longer, healthier, and more active lives than ever before. So why on earth would we put our hearts in storage? Flirting, my friends, is not just for the young. It's for the young at heart. And that's a category with no age limit. Think about it. With age comes a certain kind of freedom. The pressures of building a career, raising a family, figuring out who you are have largely softened. You've lived a life, you've learned a few things, and you likely know yourself better now than you did at 25. This isn't the end of the road, it's the scenic route, with plenty of interesting stops along the way. Seeing romance and connection as something you've aged out of is like seeing a beautiful sunset and deciding not to watch it. I hear from so many people who feel like they missed their chance or that it's somehow silly to think about dating or flirting now. One woman wrote to me saying she felt invisible at her community gatherings. But then she decided to change her own perspective. Instead of waiting to be noticed, she started doing the noticing. She complimented a gentleman on his colorful tie. She asked another about the book he was reading. She wasn't trying to land a husband. She was simply opening the door to a friendly chat. And you know what happened? People started noticing her right back. She became the woman with the warm smile, the one who was easy to talk to. So, let's toss out those old dusty stereotypes. The rocking chair can wait.
Just or so.
It's about some you phone or you run when you planning a birth or so when you born some plants and cells and rubber some fun ones all plants ones find you and learn for.
When we talk about flirting, some people imagine dramatic, Hollywood-style gestures. But for most of us, especially as we get older, flirting is a much gentler and more authentic art form. Think of it as a friendly signal that says, I see you. I find you interesting. I'd enjoy sharing a moment with you. It's the furthest thing from a high-pressure sales pitch. Instead, it's a warm invitation, I remember a story a gentleman named Frank shared with me. He's a widower in his late 70s and a regular at his local library. He noticed a woman who always checked out books from the history section, just like him. For weeks, they would just nod politely. One day, he gathered his courage. As she reached for a book on the Civil War, he walked over and said with a little smile, "You know, if you keep reading all the good ones, there won't be any left for the rest of us." She laughed, a real, genuine laugh. That simple, playful comment broke the ice and led to a conversation. They've been having coffee and discussing history together every week since. The easiest and most effective tool in your kit is a genuine compliment. Notice something you truly like about someone: their bright scarf, their well-tended garden, the way they tell a story, and mention it. Next up is the art of the question. People love to talk about things they are passionate about. If you see someone at the dog park, ask about their furry friend. Asking open-ended questions shows you are curious and interested in them as a person. Remember to listen to the answer. That's how a simple question turns into a real conversation. Now, let's talk about the digital world. For many seniors, online dating sites or social apps can feel intimidating, but they can also be wonderful tools. My advice is to start simple. Choose a reputable site designed for seniors. When you create your profile, be honest and, most importantly, be yourself. Use a recent photo where you are smiling. In your description, talk about what you enjoy: gardening, walking, trying new restaurants. When you message someone, refer to something in their profile. I saw you enjoy classic movies. Have you seen Casablanca on the big screen? This shows you've actually paid attention. Whether you're online or in person, shared humor is golden. Laughter is a bridge between two people. Don't be afraid to be a little playful or to laugh at yourself. If you trip over a curb, you can laugh and say, well, I guess gravity is working today. Sharing a light-hearted moment creates an instant bond. Flirting doesn't have to be serious business. It's about finding small moments of joy and sharing them. A shared laugh over a silly joke or a clumsy moment can be more charming than the smoothest pickup line you could ever imagine. Keep it light, keep it kind. Keep it kind, keep it you. If I could bottle and sell one thing to help people in the dating and flirting world, it would be confidence. It's honestly more attractive than a full head of hair, a perfect figure, or a fat wallet. But here's the tricky part. Confidence isn't about being loud, arrogant, or the center of attention. True confidence is really just a quiet sense of self-worth. It's the calm assurance that you are a whole, valuable, interesting person, all on your own. It's knowing that your happiness doesn't depend on someone else's approval. So, how do you get it if you're not feeling it? Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Start by focusing on the things you like about yourself and your life. Take up a hobby you've always been curious about. Painting, learning the ukulele, joining a bird-watching group. When you are engaged in something you love, you naturally light up. You have interesting things to talk about, and you project an energy of passion and engagement. This isn't about making yourself more marketable for others. It's about enriching your own life. The confidence is the wonderful side effect of living a life you enjoy. Think about the people you admire. Are they the ones who are constantly seeking validation, or the ones who seem comfortable in their own skin? Confidence comes from a place of substance. Your body has changed over the years. So has everyone else's. Your body has carried you through decades of life, love, and loss. It's a map of your journey. Own it. Your life took some unexpected turns. Those detours gave you wisdom and resilience. When you stop worrying about your perceived flaws and start appreciating your strengths, your whole demeanor changes. You'll stand taller, you'll smile more freely, and you'll radiate a warmth that is incredibly appealing. When you approach someone from a place of confidence, the whole interaction feels different. You're not trying to get something from them, like their approval or a date. You are simply offering to share a pleasant moment. This takes all the pressure off. If they respond warmly, wonderful. If they don't, that's okay too. It doesn't diminish your worth one bit. You can just smile and move on with your day, your self-esteem intact. This is the freedom that confidence gives you. It allows you to be playful and open, knowing that you are complete and worthy, no matter the outcome. This is the freedom that confidence gives you. It allows you to be playful and open, knowing that you are complete and worthy. Now, let's have a serious but essential chat about the rules of the road. Flirting is meant to be fun, light and joyful. Respect, safety, consent. This is non-negotiable. The goal is to make someone's day a little brighter, not to make them feel uncomfortable, pressured, or unsafe. The first and most important rule is to be a good reader of signals. Pay attention to body language. If you offer a compliment and the person smiles, if they lean in, if they ask you a question, that's a green light, an invitation to continue. Tight-lipped smile, turns away, gets busy with their phone. That's a clear signal. Not interested. Honor it. Just give a polite nod and move on. Don't push it. Don't ask. Give a polite nod and move on. Don't push it. Don't ask, what's wrong? And certainly don't follow them. No, thank you. Spoken or unspoken must be respected immediately and gracefully. This isn't a rejection of you as a person. It's simply a boundary. Respecting that boundary is a sign of true character and maturity. This applies to physical touch as well. A light, brief touch on the arm can be a warm, connecting gesture in some contexts. But it's a territory you should enter with extreme caution. Keep your hands to yourself unless you receive a very clear invitation. A handshake is usually safe. Anything more personal should wait until you know someone much better. Unwanted physical contact is a fast way to make someone feel uncomfortable and is a major violation of respectful flirting. Finally, a word about safety, especially in the world of online dating. Be smart. Never give out personal financial information, your home address, or other sensitive details to someone you've only just met online. When you decide to meet in person for the first time, always choose a public place like a coffee shop or a busy park. And be sure to tell a friend or family member where you are going and who you are meeting. These precautions aren't about being paranoid. They are about being prudent. Taking these simple steps ensures that your journey into connection and romance remains a safe, positive, and enjoyable one for everyone involved. We put so much pressure on ourselves to reach a destination. In romance, we often think the only goal is a committed relationship, a marriage, a happily ever after. But what if we changed our focus? What if we decided that the real prize wasn't a destination, but the journey itself? The joy of flirting and connecting isn't just about finding the one. It's about the collection of small, happy moments you gather along the way. Think of it like tending a garden. You don't just enjoy the one day when the prize-winning rose finally blooms. You enjoy the whole process. You enjoy the feeling of the sun on your back as you prepare the soil. You enjoy the satisfaction of watering the seeds and watching the first green shoots appear. You enjoy the daily progress and the connection to something growing and alive. Flirting is the same. Each small, positive interaction is a bit of sunshine and water for your soul. It nourishes you and makes your life richer, whether or not it leads to a long-term partnership. I received a letter from a woman who, after her husband passed away, felt her world had become very small and quiet. On her therapist's advice, she made a goal to have one pleasant, brief interaction with a new person each day. It could be as simple as telling the mail carrier to have a nice day and meaning it, or complimenting another woman in the waiting room on her beautiful grandchildren in a photo. She told me that at first it felt silly. But soon it became the best part of her day. She wasn't looking for a date. She was simply collecting moments of connection. This practice made her feel more alive and more connected to her community than she had in years. So I encourage you to release the pressure of the outcome. Go into every interaction with the simple goal of creating a pleasant moment for yourself and for the other person. If a flirtatious chat leads to a coffee date, that's a wonderful bonus. If it leads to a new friendship, that's a treasure. And if it only ever leads to a shared smile that lasts for 30 seconds, that is also a success. These small connections are the threads that weave a rich and happy life. Celebrate each one. The true fulfillment comes not from finding a person to complete you, but from realizing you are already complete, and then generously sharing your light with others. So here we are. We've talked about how the desire for connection is timeless, and how flirting is simply the lovely, light-hearted language of that connection. We've gone over some practical tips, offering a genuine compliment, navigating the online world with care. We've acknowledged that true confidence comes from within, and that respect is the unshakable foundation of it all. We've reframed the goal, focusing on the joy of the journey rather than a specific destination. Now, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to step out onto the dance floor of life, even if you feel a little rusty. Every fish. It's time it. The fear of rejection is real. I know rejection is real. Rejection is real. It is. I promise you, the sun will still breeze. The sun will still rise. I promise you, so turns out. I promise you, I promise you, that will have no desire to talk. The water of our vibrations are going on in the morning. A sound of it, take up all to seek out. Do a little bit. I am the Madonna's. I am signed bones of much about it. The night is silent. Start a mind. But I'm Forschert. Welke neemt driften beschond doors op de wissen over so diagnosis. Was that have you done something about that you that and also fit for your children. That makes sense. That wasn't well, that hard in yourself. Oh, all I read. That's all about yourself. All the other eyes. Or isn't that eyes? I didn't know where they look. You got to get back and go back with it. Don't. Yeah, gosh. Jij maakt het. You're the side, that's all right, the side. En het soort is overheid. Zo, dat kan niet weten, maar hij was soms altijd, hij zei, eind or is de wat. Service have I shot. Purchases hat. Yep, that's it. Don't remember my mother in. You mean I was heading? Her just said, oh, no. You're going to hell, don't take that money. Wie is het tegen?